What is our project today? Does it have to do with caulking? Or this bucket? Or this drill? No. I just recalked. I cleaned off all the bad caulking and installed new caulking at the bottom of all this baseboard on my last video. Turned out really good. If you want to watch that, look at my channel and find that particular video, and I show you how to put that caulking on like a pro. Doesn't that look good? Look at that, all nice and straight down there. I also did another video on caulking the tub enclosure down at the bottom. I cleaned it all off, and even on the grout lines there was some grout missing, and I took some almond caulking. And that's another video too, so just keep watching my YouTube channel. You'll see I make all kinds of stuff for you. But what is today's project? Well, today's project has to do with this right over here. And it's a GFI plug. And I saw it earlier, look it. It has to do with this plug. The cover plate's loose, and the screws are tight pretty much. Let's see. But see, it's still really loose, and it's like the outlet is at an angle, and it needs to be pushed in. Okay? And we do have one outside, but they brought in some extra power inside the house and ran a sub panel. This is called a sub panel, and there's X amount of amps in here as opposed to outside. So they could have brought 400 amps in this whole house and 200 down there and 100 or 200 here. There's probably something like that or whatever. Okay, so we know now there's no power to here at all. Okay, now I can comfortably work on this switch. It's not a switch, it's a GFI outlet. Okay, I'm going to pull that out of there, and I don't know if I'm going to leave you sitting right there. It's kind of hard for me to work on this, but I think I can reach over you. Okay, I can comfortably know that there's no power to this outlet now. Okay, and first off, I can tell that this needs to be screwed in because this isn't tight to the wall. So that tells me this is probably, see there? It's gotta go in. And I could push that in right now, but if I do, it's still kind of cocked out at an angle. So when I put this cover plate on, usually when I put a cover plate on, I like to have it flush or maybe it sticks out a 1/16 down here, so I want the whole thing to stick out a 1/16. Right now, I'm tight to the wall, I'm flush on this side's sticking out almost 1/8 of an inch. And that tells me this is cocked at an angle. How am I going to fix that? Because I can't just take that and push on it. So what I have to do, you guessed, yes, I'm going to unscrew this. And once I pull it out away from the wall, now I can kind of pull the wires out. Pull this whole outlet out. Okay. That way I've got enough room to then kind of grab it and twist it. Okay. Like that. Now I can take it and I can kind of, I gotta be careful of it. I don't want the wall, sheetrock to break out. This was just loose sheetrock mud in there. Okay, I'll have to clean that up. Now I can comfortably pull that out a little bit Okay, knowing that I'm not going to get bit by any wires, now I can grab this and kind of twist it that way a little bit, like that. Now I can push it back in, and it looks like that's pretty good. Maybe I got to bend it just a little bit more, like that. You see, now I can push it back in. Find the screws and put those in. And all I need is my Phillips screwdriver. Come on. Good grief. Took a while. I want to get that in all the way until I get the bottom one in too. Okay. Now let's see if I can use my left hand. Sometimes I have to screw things in with my left hand, but I'm right-handed, so it's kind of tricky. If you don't have the hang of it, you can hold it and just use your right hand upside down, kind of at an angle. And I want to kind of make sure that I'm about in the same place as before, because it looks like whoever painted, look at that, whoever painted here last, they didn't take that cover plate off, did they? You can see how it's not painted around that outlet, see? See there? So what I have to do is I've got to make sure that that's lined up sideways so that when I put the cover on, it's going to cover, all right? And I can see right now that I'm a little better. I'm indentated about a 32nd, but I'm still stuck out on the side. It's still at an angle. And it's like, hey, if I've gone this far, let's get it done and do it right. My pet peeve is having these outlets crooked. And I wasn't fixing this just because it was crooked. I was fixing it because the screws were loose and everything. Since I got the power off and since I'm working on it, might as well try to get it bent in there right, okay? Which means I got to pull this out a little bit further. Now, I've really got to tweak on it a little bit more, okay? Okay, I think I've got it. This box is stacked full. That's what's happening. Got a lot of wires in here. Twisted it, trying to over twist it so that when I put it in, it should retwist to about where I want it. Okay, I'm not going to pull out all the wires and show you all that. We don't have to do any of that. But man, I was kind of looking forward to the laundry one. I thought I was going to have to replace it because I thought the GFI outlet was bad, and so I've already went to the store and got a new one with the anticipation I was going to have to reinstall, you know, take the old one out, put the new one back in and all that. But apparently I'm not going to have to. I think it's all about resetting the breaker. And I'm going to make a separate video of that because there's a few things to keep in mind when you test something like that. Okay, that looks better. Okay, that's about as good as I'm going to be able to get it. And it looks like everything is covering fine right there. So now I can cinch it up a little bit more. Okay, and I don't want to tighten it up too tight, or else I start bending those tabs, and then it actually sucks this whole outlet into the wall a little bit more so than what I want. See, I want it flush, if not stuck out just a hair, and I'm good right there. If anything, this is almost too far in. so I can unscrew that just a hair. Just that little bit helped it. And I'm liking that, okay? So, looking at my screws, and both screws are still in good shape. Because see, if one of these had a mark on it, then I would make a determination of where I would put my little light and put it up high. Now see this one here, this one's kind of messed up because see, it's where the medicine cabinet is. You want to open the medicine cabinet, and so if I had it up on the top, you can't open the medicine cabinet, right? But if I put it on the bottom right there, then if somebody comes in here, a guest comes in here and wants to use the plug, they can't just plug it in to the bottom plug. That's why I like to try to have this up high. Okay, but I can't because the medicine cabinet's here. That other bathroom, apparently, I don't think there was a medicine cabinet, or maybe there was, and it's just not sticking up as far. Do you remember? Let's go look. Not that it really matters, but let's see if you've got a good memory. Let's look here. Yeah? No. Look at that. No medicine cabinet. See? And so I could put that one up above, and I've got the whole breaker off now. That's why that light's not on. Okay? I got this plugged in up high. That way if somebody comes in and they want to use the outlet, they don't have to take this off. Okay? Now in this other bathroom, maybe we're going to use that as a night light, but maybe that night light should come out here. Maybe out here or something.